When it comes to healthcare, a lot of us show up to the doctor's office because we just don't feel right. Our first guest can deal with that from the inside out, as in feel good inside and look good outside. The latest technology can help make it easier and get quicker results. For example, we know keeping muscle mass is important, especially as we get older, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, new technology actually helps you to lose fat and build muscle in just a few minutes. It would be like doing 20,000 sit-ups in half an hour.
Yeah.
Who has time to do that? And another device helps to shore the pelvic floor. Joining us with how it works is Dr. Shelena Lalji with the Dr. Shel Wellness and Aesthetic Center. Good morning.
Great to be here, Deborah.
Good to see you in person again in the
Yes,
studio, right?
Yes, yes.
All right. What's always been great about your story is you're an OBGYN by training,
Yes.
but you really expanded your wealth of knowledge in the wellness field because
Yes.
of your own personal journey,
Right.
but also listening to your patients.
Yes, practicing OB-GYN for, at least a decade. What it taught me is women are really struggling out there. They're suffering in silence, and we, with our white coats, are trying, but we're not getting to the root cause.
Yeah, because
So
a lot
we're
of times
just-
you get a pill for that,
Exactly.
right? You're
It's a
medicating
Band-Aid.
symptoms.
It's
Yeah.
a Band-Aid. And so what I discovered is that for women and men to be healthy, we've got to get to the root cause and really look at optimizing hormones and doing all of this naturally, right? We have to get our bodies in shape naturally.
Yeah.
So we're optimizing hormones for both men and women using either BioT pellets or, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, really important
Because
for
as
women.
we age, that
Yes.
diminishes,
It
and we
does.
feel it, right?
Yes,
So,
yes.
as the saying goes, if you're diminished in, progesterone, for example, you don't
Yes.
replace it with Prozac.
Exactly.
You replace it with
You're going to
progesterone.
replace it with
Yeah.
what it needs. So that's really important. We get our patients tested and test their thyroid, replace it very, very specifically using bioidentical thyroid as well as Armour thyroid. We balance their guts because gut is where all the inflammation begins and we get unhealthy. We test their nutrition, replace the nutritional supplements, and the IV therapy is awesome because it goes 100% inside.
Yeah.
And then we really focus on lifestyle. So, meditation, yoga, exercise, which
All
is
of that
great.
shows up in how we look on the outside, but there are some things that
Absolutely.
we want to get there quicker, faster, please,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And that's part of this right here.
Immediate
Okay.
gratification.
Yeah, right. Okay,
Right.
core to floor therapy. As we
Yes.
mentioned, we lose muscle mass,
Yeah.
and that's oftentimes what we see. People started to, the falls.
Yes.
They need the walker, all that type of
Yes.
stuff. If you strengthen that up, but for a lot of people too, exercising that way is just not a viable option.
Right.
This can do it for us.
This can do it. So this is EmscultP Neo. EmscultP Neo is really state of the art because it combines two different things. It combines heat, radio frequency, so it's going to diminish your fat. Now again, on the buttocks, we don't want to get rid of fat, we only want to build muscle. So it's going to build muscle by 25% and reduce fat by 30% on areas like your abdomen, your thighs, your arms, and other areas. You can essentially treat every area.
Right.
So we're combining the technologies. What you're seeing now is it's going to stimulate and do essentially buttock exercises 20,000 in 30 minutes.
Because that seems to go south with, over the years,
absolutely.
right?
Everybody wants to lift their buttocks these days,
Yeah.
and this is the finest way to do that. You can even do this with the calf, the arms, biceps, triceps, and then we'll show you the abdomen in a little bit.
I'm going to sneak over here and
Yeah.
say, okay, what are you feeling when that happens?
I feel like I'm doing a squat, but I've never done a squat like this before. It's like
Yeah.
somebody put weights on my squats and made me do them, or
It's
It's very
an effective
powerful.
squat.
Very
Right.
powerful.
All right. The other thing is the urinary tract. We know, like a lot of times, women,
Yes.
especially if they've had children, you
Yep.
start, at some point you laugh,
Yes.
or you cough, and all of a sudden you wet your pants, and you're like, whoa, right?
Well, over 6 million women and men are dealing with incontinence around the country, and nobody wants to talk about it because it's embarrassing, right? So we're talking about urge and stress incontinence, whether you're laughing, coughing, exercising, and you wet your pants. There is a device called Emsella. It's a chair where you sit very comfortably, and in 28 minutes, you're essentially doing 12,000 Kegel exercises.
Yeah, and we know Kegel
yes.
exercises can improve other facets of your life.
100%. It can improve your sexual health because you're essentially improving, and you see it on the screen, you're just essentially sitting fully clothed, and it improves blood flow, it improves core, right? And improves your pelvic floor. So when you combine this abdomen and the pelvic floor, your body is going to have strength and it's going to have flexibility and balance. And we do this even on elderly, because when you have elderly patients, they really can't focus on their muscle
Which is
strength.
why you have a whole market of elderly folks who need diapers, right? And so
Absolutely.
that way you
Yes.
can help to either stay off that
Yes.
what could be inevitable for a lot of us,
Yes.
or at least make it easier where they're not
Yes.
having to have that problem as often through the day.
We can
All
pause
right,
that.
so she's going to flip on over.
Yeah.
How many of us? Oh, by the way, she's had this nice, beautiful, smooth skin because it works on cellulite. You have another.
It does.
Yeah.
So we have a device called M-Tone, and I love to combine because you know what's really awesome is that we want to combine and do customized therapies, right? So when you combine the M-Tone, which again uses two different technologies, and you're going with stimulating the fibers, the elastin, and getting rid of cellulite, because over 90% of women and men have cellulite. You don't have to be overweight to have cellulite.
Right.
We have cellulite even if you're on skinny
I
people.
do have a skinny friend with cellulite. I'm so
Right,
sorry. Yeah.
So when you combine EmsCulpt Neo and M-Tone, it's what we call taut and tone. So you're toning and you're tauting everything. So the cellulite's gone. If you look at the pictures, you've got very, very tight skin.
The poochy belly type thing
Poochy
goes.
belly's
Yeah,
gone
starts to-
because with this device, you're going to decrease fat by 30%.
Wow.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, and through a series of treatments, you
4
can keep going
treatments
until
is-
you're happy, right?
Exactly. You know, an average person gets 4 treatments about a week apart. But yes, you're right. You can keep going until you're happy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
so she's flipped over, and
Yes.
we're going to do this on her abdomen like we
Yes.
saw those pictures before.
Absolutely. And it's going to be great because you'll actually see contractions on her abdomen, which is what you really want to see.
Yeah.
So you're combining treatments like EmsculpT Neo, Emsella chair, the M-Tone, and its entire M suite where you want to get rid of fat, you want to build muscle, you want to tighten the skin. And, you know, we're big proponents of exercise, right?
Yeah.
You want to exercise, you want to do all the right things, you want to balance your hormones, you want to optimize your thyroid. But hey, let's add a little bit where we can't really get there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because I love lifting weights and I love doing it, and,
Yes.
and I get results on my arms,
Yep.
but I don't get the same results on my belly and stuff. And I
Exactly.
can't do 20,000 sit-ups. It
No.
ain't happening, right? So that
No.
can do it for it. You're having a
Exactly.
sunshine and self-care event,
Yes.
and so when people come out there, they get to see these machines and
Yes.
ask questions.
Yes, and they get to actually do demos. So they can do a demo on the Emsella chair, they can do a demo on the EmsCulpt, and we are able to then show you how it actually feels, because to me it's all about self-care, right?
Right.
You got to focus on it, and we have amazing giveaways and great specials that, you know, you're not going to get at any other time.
Right, I've sat on that chair
Yes,
before.
yes,
Rah, rah,
yes.
rah, rah, rah. That's all I
It's
can say.
amazing.
All right.
Yeah.
Dr. Shel Wellness and Aesthetic Center has a special offer for Great Day viewers. The first 25 callers will get $1,000 off the core to floor therapy package, $1,000 off taut and toned package, $500 off their platinum wellness package, including BioT, bioidentical hormone, and thyroid balancing, and $50 off when you sign up for the Dr. Shel app. For more information, call 281-313-7435. Again, that is 281-313-7435, or visit drshel.com. Now, we know we threw a lot of stuff out at you, but the point is, if you go there, they will walk you through the whole process and you figure out what's most important for you and what changes you're looking for, and they can help you figure that out.